You are watching Access LaPorte County Channel 97. Coming up next is the July 15th meeting for the LaPorte County Board of Zoning Appeals. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Good evening. I would like to call to order the Tuesday, July 15th meeting of the Board of Zoning Appeals. If you would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attorney Volz, would you lead us, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I get a roll call, please?
Melissa Mischke.
Here.
Vern Schaefer.
Here.
Ernie Schmidt.
Here.
Eric Poynton.
Here.
Jeff Baltus.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. I will entertain a motion for the approval of the meeting minutes from June 17th.
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Very good. So let's start off our petitions this evening with petition number 1. It's a variance of developmental standards for Jerry Flederer, represented by Andrew Volz of David Ambers and Associates, PC, for continued occupancy of a mobile home. Last variance was granted on August 20th, 2019 for 6 years. Property is located at 8581 South, 1010 West, Wanata, Clinton Township, zoned R1B.
Notice is adequate.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Madam President, members of the board.
If you would state your name and address, please.
Absolutely. My name is Andrew Volz, and I'm an attorney here in town with David Ambers and Associates. My office address is 601 State Street. That's Suite B. And again, here in LaPorte. We're here for a petition for variance, as was indicated by the President, for developmental standards with regards to the placement and continued location of a mobile home on the real estate that was described in the petition. The actual address is 8581 South, 1010 West, Wanata, Indiana 46390. Just as a matter for the record, my client, Mr. Flederer, was unable to be here this evening because he is currently going through some physical therapy, and it would have prevented him, or it prevents him from taking much in the form of mobility here at this point. It should be noted that this petition with Mr. Flederer has been ongoing since at least 1986. And I recognize that with the change in the board, the change in the statute, the change in the JZO, originally what started out as 3-year periods, then increased to 6-year periods, and then at the last petition back in 2019, I believe there was some discussion about the potential for this to be a quote-unquote lifetime variance. And again, this is a restrictive variance in that it runs with the property owner and not with the land. So it's not like an injunction that runs with the land, it runs with the ownership of the property, meaning the individual, in this case, Mr. Flederer. If he were to pass away, whomever then would take possession of the property would then need to come back before this board to petition again for a variance to allow continued placement of that home. Where this becomes a little bit more complicated is then that if it is inherited or if it passes down through intestate succession, then the heir would take possession, need to file for the variance, and then upon sale, the purchaser would need to re-petition for a variance in their name. But according to Ashley and according to the building commissioner's office, there are now fail-safes that are in place with regards to checking up on these variances to require a new property owner to resubmit a petition if it were to transfer ownership. So we would ask that in this situation, at the bare minimum, that the variance be granted for 6 years, and if it would be in the board's discretion to grant this lifetime for Mr. Flederer so he doesn't have to keep paying an attorney to come back and do the same thing every 6 years. So that's all I have.
Andrew, so I'm kind of confused on, is Mr. Flederer staying in the mobile home, or are you trying to assign this variance to someone else?
No, I'm sorry. I was speaking hypothetically.
Okay.
Mr. Fletterer is the only occupant, he's the sole owner occupant of the residence.
Okay, and just to be clear, should we approve this tonight, sale of the mobile home does not necessarily mean that they're going to get a variance, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes,
as long as
it is
we're all clear on
completely
that.
up to the discretion of the board.
Okay.
As far as whether or not a new petition would be granted. And obviously, I think you all know kind of the history with regards to the rationale behind this ordinance. It was to eliminate what was going on in the early 90s with haphazard placement of mobile homes on random properties. Whether you agree with that or not, that's far above my pay grade, but we play the rules as they sit.
Are there any remonstrators tonight for this petition? Anybody in favor or against petition number 1? Any remonstrators? Okay, seeing and hearing none. Questions from the board?
Nothing.
I'll make a motion, we grant the lifetime lease for the current owner and then revisit this after.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a second and a motion. All those in favor of a lifetime variance, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Petition number 2 tonight is a petition for variance of developmental standards for George H. and Marion H. Batzel, who's deceased, and Peggy L. Ward for continued placement of a mobile home. The last variance approved in August 16th, 2022 for 5 years. Property is located at 8451 North, 500 West, Michigan City, Springfield Township, zoned R1B.
Notice is adequate.
Thank you, Ashley. And I apologize if I
Good evening.
hacked your name. So if you would state your name and address for the record, please.
Peggy Ward, 8451 North, 500 West, Michigan City, Indiana.
And Peggy, you live in the mobile home currently?
I do.
Okay. Is there still a need for the mobile home? Are you assisting elderly family?
Well, Mom was in it for almost 18 years, but she passed away last March. But I was with her about the last 4 years.
Okay. And you're still in the mobile
And
home?
I am. And I'm retired. I'm on Social Security. And I can't build, or I'm worried if I'm not there, how am I going to, pay a apartment or whatever. But so I'm requesting a lifetime, if that's possible.
Are there any remonstrators tonight for petition number 2? Again, anybody in favor or against petition number 2? Okay, hearing and seeing none, what kind of questions from the board?
I believe this kind of follows the same pattern as the last one, as far as I'm concerned.
Sort of. I mean, the previous one, the resident is still living. The resident is deceased that we granted the variance to previously.
So that's why they're back for a variance, correct?
We've, in my past job and past building inspectors and stuff, we went out and would look at these different mobile homes through the years, and this one here particularly has always been
Well
kept up and never had a complaint or anything. It's always well done, and I'd like to support this lifetime.
Okay.
Should we,
Do you want to say that in the form of a motion?
Well, we're doing discussion right now, but
I'm asking you, do you
yes,
want to do it in the form of a motion?
yes.
Okay. So I have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those-
is there a time limit on this, or
He said lifetime.
lifetime? Okay.
So we have a motion and a second to approve a lifetime variance. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Good luck.
I can't thank you enough.
Good luck. Okay, petition number 3 this evening is a petition for variance of developmental standards for Skylar A. and Lauren A. Rippey for temporary placement of an RV to live in while building a home. The property is located at 196 South 600 East, Mill Creek, Indiana, Pleasant Township, zoned ag on 5 acres.
Notice is adequate.
Thank you, Ashley. If you would, state your name and address for the record, please.
Skylar Rippey, 196 South 600 East, Mill Creek.
Okay, and I just want to say, Skylar, this is not the best drawing I have ever seen. It's not quite in crayon, but I appreciate your effort. So explain to me, when do you think a good time frame is that you're going to build a house?
As soon as I get approved to live there, then I can really start on it. Because right now I'm just going there every night after work, and I can only do 2 hours worth of daylight work.
Is your mobile home or your RV there now?
Yes, it's there, and my wife and I stay there on weekends.
Okay, just on the weekends? Okay. So what's the holdup with, is it a notification issue? You haven't been notified that you've been approved for the build? What are we waiting on to get started?
Nothing really like waiting on particular. I'm just, once we can live there, then I could file for a topography, if I didn't butcher that word.
Okay.
And then my wife will be there while I'm at work, because I work long hours, so then you can come whenever.
And so currently you do reside elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm staying with my parents, and there's a lot going on there.
Okay. Do we have any remonstrators tonight for this petition? Anybody in favor or against petition number 3? All right, board, what kind of questions?
So will you be getting a septic right away then for the RV?
Yeah, I'm hoping this weekend I can have the topography out there, and then I can turn that in on Monday, and then I can start on that on Monday.
Your RV right now, is it connected to septic and electricity?
It's not connected to septic. A friend of mine has a porta potty company, so if it does get full, I could just call him and he come cleans it out. And it's connected to electric by solar, and I also have 3 generators out there too, just in case the solar doesn't work, because I'm kind of unfamiliar with solar.
Well, it's my feeling is, I guess, if we grant this variance, that we have to put a time limit on the building of the construction of the house. So that's the only thing. So I'm looking for a little guidance here on what kind of time limit we should look at here. I don't know if you other board members have an idea about that.
How long is it going to take you to build your house?
Well, I'm doing everything myself, so I would imagine 3 years.
3 years you want to live in an RV?
Sadly.
Through the winter in Northwest Indiana?
Yeah, I did last year. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Okay. Jeff?
Kind of at a loss with the time frame. That's a tough one to.
I agree, and if I know Doug, he's going to want us to nail down our time frame in our motion, so that we.
I guess I would, the way I would word this is that I would approve this motion, but I want to see some construction starting within a year.
Oh,
And so that's the way I'm going to word this motion, that I think we should approve this variance if, or with the restriction that construction on the new home has to start within the 12 months.
That's no problem.
Are you going no longer than 3 years, or what are you putting on it?
Well, once construction starts, I guess we have to, I would go 3 years on the variance, and you'd have to come back for an additional variance if you didn't get it done within 3 years.
So is that 4 years total, or?
No, that would be 3 years total.
So 1 year to
1 year,
start?
1 year to start, and 2 more years on top of that. 3 years ought to build your house.
How does that sound, Skylar? Is that doable to you?
Absolutely.
I mean, we don't want to set you up for failure right out of the gate.
Nope.
Okay.
So the motion that I'm making is that we grant the petition of variance for developmental standards for Skylar and Lauren Rippey for contemporary placement for 3 years to live in while building a home. But the home has to start construction within a year and be completed in 3 years.
I'll second that.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Aye. Okay, good luck.
Thank
3
you.
to 2. Okay, petition number 4 is a petition for variance of developmental standards for Andrea Buttermore for placement of a mobile home. The property is located at 6272 East, 50 North Mill Creek, Wills Township, zoned ag on 13.865 total acres.
Notice is adequate.
Great, thank you. Would you please state your name and address for the record?
Andrea Buttermore, 6272 East, 50 North, Mill Creek, Indiana, 46365.
And Andrea, you currently live in the mobile home?
No,
Okay.
I live in my home on the property,
Okay.
but my daughter has 6 children, and 2 of them are autistic,
Okay.
and she needs help.
How long has she been at the mobile home?
There's no mobile home there. I'm asking to be allowed to
Oh,
put
you're
a
putting a
mobile
new
home
one.
there.
I apologize. So you're going to get a new one. Do you have one picked out
She
already?
has one. She has one. She's in a park right now, which is not working out well with the kids.
I can understand that. What year is the mobile home?
95, I think, or maybe 97. I don't remember what she told me.
So there is currently a home on the property and you're living
Yes.
there?
It's a
Where,
barn dominium.
where on the property are you talking about locating the mobile home? Okay, I see that.
It would be the southwest corner of the property.
And it shows on your drawing you're going to put a new well in for that one.
Yes, I've
It's kind
already
of a
done
dedicated-
soil borings and everything just to try to get the process started, hopefully get the kids in school, enrolled in school right away.
Thank you.
Do I have any remonstrators tonight for this petition? Anybody in favor or against petition number 4?
Madam President, just a tidbit of information. The mobile home is currently located in Deerfield Estates, which is under,
Water issue?
the litigation from the state.
Horrible
That
out
prompted
there.
it.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, we need to take that into consideration with all those children. So I'm going to ask again if there are any remonstrators in favor or against this petition? Anybody in favor or against? Okay. Hearing and seeing no remonstrators, questions from the board?
Will there be a house built in the future?
I hope so. I mean, she has 6 kids, and I'm doing the best I can to help her out now. So I would love for her to have a home there, yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of people in one mobile home.
Right, but I mean, the kids are ranging in age from 17 down to 5. And, if we can get them all in school
Sure.
all day. She's working with me right now. I mean, she can't leave the kids, even though they're of age. She can't leave them alone, so it makes it hard for her to work.
Right.
Whereas if she's out there with me, we can have, they're out in the middle of nowhere. What harm can they do? Where they're at now, they're not even allowed to ride bicycles. It is a nightmare out there. There's sewage and water issues.
Mm-hmm. Do you have more questions?
I guess a time frame would be the only, like, so many years, or what do you?
Generally, when we approve a mobile home, it's this many years with the ability to renew. So like 2 years, 4 years renewable or not is generally how we do it in the past. And this might be a first if we're going to move a mobile home out of a mobile home park. Usually we want to go the other direction, but I think this is
Different.
yeah, definitely a special case. So if you don't have any further questions, I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to approve the, as presented for 4 years and then revisit after.
I'll second that.
Okay, so I have a motion and a second for approval of the mobile home placement for 4 years, and you'll come back to us in 4 years for a renewal.
Thank you, that's fair, I appreciate it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Petition number 5 this evening is a petition for variance of developmental standards for Kyle and Alexandra Malone for construction of a second accessory shed with a side setback of 4 feet and a rear setback of 7 instead of the minimum required 10 feet. The property is located at 6821 West Red Apple Drive, Michigan City, Cool Spring Township, zoned R1B. Are you checking their legal work? Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
If you would state your name and address for the record.
Kyle Malone, 6821 Red Apple Drive, Michigan City, Indiana, 46360.
All right, Kyle, what kind of structure are you planning on adding?
It'll be a 14-foot wide by 24-foot deep shed.
Is this one for your items or your wife's items?
For mine.
Are you sure it's big enough?
Yes.
Okay.
So pole construction or frame?
That'll be a frame. Just a standard wooden shed.
Floor, concrete?
I currently have crushed limestone, and then it'll just be a standard wood floor.
So there will be a
Floor joist with
be on a foundation with a wood floor. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I noticed the adjoining garage is 7 feet from the property line also.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So is your request just to line up with that structure, or is there?
The request is to a variance for the property
Right.
setback, because I'll be within 10 feet from the property line. So the rear will be 7 feet to match up with the existing garage, and then the side next to the property line will be 4 feet, and then in between the existing garage and the proposed shed will be 5 feet. So I will be within that 10-foot setback on 3 sides.
Okay. Do we have any remonstrators this evening for this petition? Anybody against or in favor of? Any remonstrators? Kyle, I really like your drawing. It's very nice, easy to see, understand.
Thank you.
Thank you. So the requirement is 10 feet on the rear and 10 feet on the side, correct? So we're 6 feet shy and 3 feet shy. What do you guys think? Any questions?
What is your thinking that you do not put the second building with the first building and you would have your setback on the east side?
Could you explain, what do you mean put it with the first building?
You have an existing garage, 24 by 20, and you want to build one 14 by 24. Why do you need the distance between them? Why don't you make it all
just
one structure?
Addition to the existing structure?
Yeah, and then you'd have your east setback that you need.
I didn't want to build it permanently attached. Just in case I ever decide to move, I can take my giant shed with me.
Your wife says the other garage, right? I'm totally messing with you. I can appreciate a non-permanent structure.
So you're buying like one of the Amish structures, is what you're doing?
Correct, exactly. I don't have the time or energy to build one.
I understand.
Okay, so this is a pre-constructed, prefab shed.
Yes, correct.
Moved into, and my concern is obviously how it's going to set on crushed limestone
Limestone, yes.
and anchored.
Yes, it'll be anchored.
Well, the building department would come out and inspect it at that time, should we approve the variance.
A he shed. Okay.
He just coined that for you. All right, if there are no further questions from the board, I will entertain a motion.
I move that we grant this petition with a side setback of 4 feet instead of 10, and a rear setback of 7 instead of 10.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Aye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Make sure you get with the building department.
I didn't know
Thank
you were done talking.
All right. Are you Kevin?
Hi, yes.
We've been waiting all night for you.
Really.
That's what it looks like. So petition number 6 is a petition for variance of use for Kevin and for operation of a youth sports wrestling club.
Yes.
And the property is located at 8636 North, 900 East, New Carlisle, Hudson Township, zoned ag on 3.82 acres.
So
Okay,
start.
hold on. Not yet.
Okay. Notice was sent out to all the adjoining parcels in LaPorte County. The one across the line was missed. However, we did receive remonstrance from those people, so they were notified somehow, and the letter proves that. And they were the only additional person that would have needed to be notified. So if you would like to proceed, it would be up to your discretion.
Was that a certified letter that was sent
Well,
out?
it is certified to the LaPorte County residents. So the property in question is in St. Joe County, and they did not get official notification, but they also sent in a letter of remonstrance, so one can logically conclude that they did receive notification somehow.
So we can legally proceed?
It's up to your discretion, but they did receive notice. They did receive notice because we have a letter of remonstrance from them, so they were informed somehow.
So it's kind of up to us if you guys want to hear the petition tonight, or do we want to have it re-advertised?
I'd hear it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, I guess legalities. I'm not a Philadelphia
very
lawyer.
good.
Where's Doug? Where we need. But the point is that I
He
think we
called
can
me.
proceed.
Yeah, he called me.
Okay.
Educated me on this one. So, okay, if the legal work is okay, if you would state your name and address for the record.
All right. My name is Kevin Machus. Address is 6416 East, 350 North, Rolling Prairie, Indiana, 46371. I'm the current property owner of the address petition for the variance. Chris Flieger is with me. He is the one who would be operating the youth sports wrestling club, and he would be purchasing the property and building the home. This is being done in a way that we thought was appropriate, unless it needs to be Chris's when he
Chris, how about you
the property, so he will
in the
kind
microphone?
of step in.
State your name and address for the record.
Yeah, Chris Flieger, 101 Lavender Court, New Carlisle, Indiana, 46552.
Okay. So kind of give me the high-level version of what's going to happen here. Kevin's going to sell the property to you, and you want to put a training center on it and a home.
Yes,
And there's existing structures on it.
there are. There's a house and a barn that are pretty dilapidated. They're currently in the process of being torn down and cleared. They're not fixable. So those are being torn down and cleared right now. And if I get the variance and can build the building, I'm going to buy the land and move my house
So
out there
your
and
purchase is all contingent on us tonight.
Yes. So I currently have the Midwest Regional Training Center I run out of New Carlisle. It's on 233 East Michigan. It's a running business right now.
Okay.
We've just kind of outgrown that building and are looking to build something that suits our needs better.
Okay. Before we move on any further, are you remonstrating? Okay. If you'd like to come up to the podium, if you gentlemen would like to have a seat, we'll hear what the ladies have to say. We do have 2 letters of remonstrance that are available in the building commissioner's office if anyone is interested. Good evening. If you
Good
would
evening.
state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, board members. My name is Brenda Guido. I reside at 8638 North, 900 East, New Carlisle, Indiana, 46552. So I'm here today as the adjacent neighbor to respectfully express my strong opposition to the variance request for 8636 North, 900 East, which proposes to operate a youth sports wrestling club in a rural residential area. My family and I have lived at this property since 2011. We chose this location specifically for the peace, quiet, and space that a rural residential area provides. A commercial youth sports facility, no matter how well-intentioned, would permanently alter that experience for us and our neighbors. First, let me say that I understand and support youth programming. However, this is simply not the appropriate location for this type of operation. My primary concern is traffic and safety. North 900 East is a narrow rural road not built for the repeated in and outflow of vehicles associated with practices, drop-offs, and possible events. Increased traffic poses a danger to residents, including children and pets, and it creates new risk for collisions and road degradation. Even if only a few dozen people attend at a time, the repeated traffic adds up and affects our daily peace and safety. This goes directly against the BSA's requirement that a variance should not be injurious to public safety, if found. Another major issue is noise and disruption. Even if the activities are inside, there's always outdoor noise. Cars pulling in and out, people talking in the lot, kids running around, congregation. This is a quiet, peaceful residential area, and this kind of use will change that for the worst. There are also infrastructure concerns. There's no submitted, at least for mine, there's no submitted plan for parking, lighting, or septic. At your discretion, there might be. Will there be floodlights at night, overflow of parking onto other properties, and who will enforce compliance if these issues arise? If these issues are going to be addressed later, I believe the public deserves answers before such variance is granted. Introducing a commercial recreational facility sets a dangerous precedent. It compromises the integrity of zoning in our area and can have a negative impact on home values. If this variance is approved, what stops the next one? Another business, a larger operation, a resale to someone with a completely different use? There are better, more logical locations for a youth sports club. As they mentioned, the town of New Carlisle has the space, zoning, and infrastructure that supports such programs like this, as it already exists in the town of New Carlisle. Choosing a location like that, already zoned and prepared, avoids disrupting rural residential communities like ours. Rolling Prairie also has community facilities that are more appropriate for this kind of development. This use simply doesn't belong on a quiet road surrounded by private homes and open farmland. For all these reasons, traffic, noise, zoning precedent, infrastructure, and incompatible land use, I respectfully ask you to deny this request. If the board is still considering approval, I ask that it include strict limitations, community review, and enforceable conditions to protect neighboring residents like myself. Thank you for your time and for listening to the concerns of the most directly impacted by this proposal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just want to make a statement and then we'll keep going. So the entire purpose of this board is to make exceptions. So I'm not sure where else kids are supposed to go in New Carlisle to experience this kind of facility. I am familiar with the baseball facility by Olive Township Elementary School and the library. So if you'd like to come back up, maybe we can share your drawing with the ladies, because it does show a parking lot approximate size and location. We're going to talk about lighting and different things like that here in a moment, but maybe some of your concerns will be put to rest with sharing some information with her. So I will give you my drawing. And do you mind if I share your the narrative information as well?
That's fine.
Okay. Brenda, if you'd like to come up, I'd be happy to provide this to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So you mentioned that your existing facility you're exceeding its space. How far is it from that location to this one?
3-4 miles maybe.
Okay.
It's relatively close.
How many kids would you say you have enrolled or come on a daily basis?
Our daily average on each practice is about 35-ish.
35 children?
Yes. Yeah, and it's growing, so we're anticipating this fall is going to be 40, 45. And we're going to really have to start limiting the numbers of those kids. We're really at capacity right now.
That's at one time, or is that staggered?
At one time, yeah.
How
So
many practices a day?
Two. So right now we have 2 practices. It's about 35, and then they leave, and then 35 approximately. You know, some days might be 31, some might be 36, but
Sure. What time of day do these 2 practices generally take place?
Evening. Right now it is 5 to 6:45 Eastern, and then 7 to 8:45 Eastern is our current schedule.
Do people have a tendency to hang out in the parking lot after practice?
No, everything is kept indoors, and I mean we're right next to a house in New Carlisle. I think that we have a really respectful, community kind of driven group. You know, it's pretty quiet, respectful. I don't think there's any, you know, tailgating or anything like that going on. You know, the parents might come inside and watch their kids and everything like that, but they're not. Yeah.
And how old are the kids?
Anywhere
generally?
from kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay. Do they get a little rowdy in there? I mean, we're not having boxing lessons. We're having wrestling lessons. They're a little,
It's
right?
not rowdy, no.
Okay.
Are there any other events that occur?
Thank you.
Other than just the practices?
No, not really. We do have right now my current building, a guy about a year ago is running a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu out of it. And he does that usually on Saturday, Sundays in the morning. But that he would hopefully buy my building. I do not want to take him with me. We're both kind of, he needs his space, I need mine. So we would just keep it wrestling. So what we do is
So you're going to break up.
What we do is very specific. It takes a lot of mat space, which is not an easy. It's not like we can roll out gym mats anywhere. It takes a lot of space for not a lot of kids. That's why our building wants to be pretty big. It's, you know, a lot of mat space for that. So.
How many cars do you anticipate you can accommodate in the parking location that you provided?
Right now, I think that was 64 spots, I think is what it was, what I drew out there. And since we submitted those plans, we have started working with Mitch Ficus Builders. So they're giving us a lot more detailed plans. He was going to be here today. His son Will was going to be here today, but he got sick. But that's who we've kind of taken on to give more detailed and make sure that the septic is big enough for how many showers we want, and it's in the right location, and we have enough parking spaces and everything like that.
So you're not planning on having any tournaments or anything? It's all just for training?
Yes, just for training. No tournaments.
Practices?
No.
Okay.
I do notice by your drawing that you're showing that you have a facility, a parking lot, and a house behind. Is that an existing house, or is that one you're planning to build?
No, that would become my permanent residence. The plan would be to move my permanent residence out there. I currently live in New Carlisle, and I would ideally like to move out by my facility.
How does that fit into the planning of things when you put a home behind
Well, it's part
a
of this.
facility like this?
A residence is permitted in that zoning by right, so if he wanted to do the business, all he has to do is get a use variance from you guys. He can have the house.
Okay.
So I guess I'll speak just my knowledge of youth wrestling. You've coached my daughter this past year, and wrestling is a very growing sport. The high school, this was their first all-girls wrestling team, so that's why Riley wanted to wrestle again, because it was all girls and she didn't have to wrestle boys. So I know that is a very not upcoming, but I mean it's a growing sport. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
it's getting really big in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Are there further?
Yes, my only other thing is this is a pretty big facility you're presenting, and for it not to grow into potential tournaments or other things to help financially support it going forward. I mean, those are things I see potential other things happening here.
It will not be set up for a tournament or anything like that. So the setup is 130 feet by 45 of mat space alone. That's just for practice. I wouldn't be set up for a tournament. And then we're going to have about equal size for weight room, a recovery room for our kids. We try to keep everything in-house, from wrestling mindset to everything, just for our wrestlers. So this is not going to be a public gym for people to come in and use the gym. This is not set up for a tournament. This is just for our wrestlers.
And I fully support what you're doing. I think it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Location, I'm a little off on the location being that far out. You're a few miles out into the country. It just,
Yeah, and we're not a foot traffic business. You know, that's not, people don't walk by and say, oh, I want to try wrestling. So it's, you know, we get our clientele kind of other ways. So, you know.
I feel like it's probably hard to get that much parking downtown.
Oh, yeah.
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 So what kind of hours of operation are we looking at?
If we're able to expand this, we have worked with actually New Prairie School System, so they are doing a hybrid. I won't get into the details of that, but we will have some morning practices and as well as the evening practices. So people will filter in and out of there all day.
Okay, so starting
8
at
a.m.
Okay.
approximately, you know, might be 7:45, 8 a.m.
Until 9, until what?
8:45.
And is that
Eastern time.
Eastern
time zone, yes. I
So
always
8
go by
a.m.
Eastern.
to 8.
So what would that
So
be?
9 o'clock. Let's say 8 a.m. to 9 o'clock
That'd be
p.m. Eastern time?
Yes, Eastern, yes.
And is that only during the work week, Monday through Friday, or is that?
And, you know, we might have weekend practices every now and then, but typically it's going to be just mostly during the week.
So if you are interested in having those hours, you want to have them now.
Yeah.
So do you
It's the
want
weekend then.
8 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a sign on your business?
So we'll just have one sign out front.
How big will it be?
I think what we were kind of envisioning is on the building, and we're working with the builder right now. But the vision we have is it being the front of the building looking like a old red Indiana barn, like you would see with the state of Indiana and our kind of our logo in that up on the building.
Will it be lit?
Probably not.
Okay. And what about parking area lighting?
I think in the plans we had talked about just having the building lights being enough for that. So that would not be, we wouldn't have like floodlights or anything like that. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Is that what?
Yeah, I don't think it's big enough to.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to be disruptive to the neighborhood, but obviously a well-lit parking lot is probably better.
Safer.
For just to make sure that there's nothing going on there in the dark.
Yeah.
Then that's a fine line to the neighbors.
Right.
Right. What other question I have is, are you fencing the property, not fencing? Is there going to be any control? And I'm just curious, it's not a requirement.
There was no plans to fence.
Okay. Okay. If the board doesn't have any additional questions, then I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve this variance as submitted.
We want to include the seven days a week, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
He has
Eastern?
it in his thing here, but he has it 8 to 8. So,
So are we going to make it 8 to 8 or 8 to 9?
that says Monday through Sunday.
It has to be in the motion.
Well, if it was,
Can we make it 8
7.
to 9? Can we make it 9? Because
so we put it in Central Time since we live on Central Time
yeah, that's
here
fine.
in
Yeah, 8 to 8
LaPorte County.
Central Time.
8 or 7.
7.
7.
Central.
7 to 8.
Central Time.
7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes.
Central
Central Time, yes.
Time.
I can never do that.
Monday through Sunday, you already have it in your plan. It's all inside, no sound. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I add something potentially?
Absolutely.
With the parking lot lighting being talked and the neighbors beside, would there be any kind of, if we required trees of some sort to block lighting so it didn't affect them?
We can require that in the motion if that's.
Would that be something?
Like a row of arborvitae along the property line.
Wouldn't see anything wrong with that.
Madam President, I would just add that in our code book, it requires that the lighting be faced down
down.
so it doesn't shine into the neighbors'
But if
when
it's
you
lighting on a
mentioned-
building, it's going to be facing out. I mean, that's how the building lighting is, so that.
But also,
Exactly. I think the arborvitae
Okay,
covers
I have
that and
to-
any additional lights.
I have to call to order. We're in the middle of a motion. So
I'll stick with adding the arborvitae. It also provides a privacy to the neighbors. So
okay, does that motion have a second?
I'll second that.
Any clarification?
That's
Are you comfortable with the vegetation?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, do we need to discuss this lighting thing? Does that have to be added to the motion also? Because we really don't, we haven't discussed that, or we haven't put it into the form of the motion, have we? For lighting?
I'm not certain that we can dictate the lighting on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike.
We have lighting requirements in section 1704.
Okay, so it's there.
They're going to have to meet those
They'll
requirements.
have to meet those
if they have-
requirements.
Yes.
When they apply
Okay.
for their permit.
perfect.
Okay. So we're all clear. We have a motion and a second. Everyone in favor of approval, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mr. Poland, is there any additional business before the board this evening? Mike, is there any?
Listening to you.
No, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.